Alright, what's up everybody? My name is James. Welcome to my channel. The last video that I put out was my first race in the Zwift Racing League with Team Relentless. And I did that race directly before this one. So this race I'm doing on slightly tired legs, but historically seems to be okay. But anyway, you'll notice that in the chat here that I am talking to R.Luca. If you guys have seen some of my previous videos, he and I kind of set up these times where we can race against each other. We've done 3 races so far together. I am up 2-1, which is why you see him saying that he's gonna make it 2-2, and I disagree. So I'm trying to make it 3-1 by winning this race, or at least beating him in this race. Anyway, I do mention to him that I threw up a little bit after the ZRL race, which is not a lie, I did, but that's part of the reason why I have my spit bucket, and also the reason why it's kind of large. Yeah, so this is stage 2 of Shimano Find Your Fast. This is on Outer Scotland. The only other race that I've done in Scotland, oh wait, actually I've done a couple, but one of the first races that I did in Scotland was on Breakfast Crits and Grits. I got a win on that one. I'm feeling pretty good about this one because the course kind of suits me. Pretty immediately in this race, you'll get a power up at 0.2 kilometers. You'll either get the anvil or the feather. And if you look at the course map, it's pretty clear where you would use anvils and where you would use the feathers. This race starts out pretty easy, actually. So in order to light the fire for the race, on the shallow uphill I send it off the front, hoping to get everyone's heart rate going a little bit. I stay off the front for almost 3 minutes or so, and then I bring down my power a little bit to recover and let the group catch me. And I don't think there's any way to tell if my attack influenced the group at all, but we get a little bit of action. Alright, so here we are 4.4 kilometers into the race. Once we crest the climb, one of the riders named Will is continuing to keep on the pressure, and he ends up going off the front, and he gets a gap that's pretty sizable. I think he gets up to maybe 20 seconds at one point. But in most cases, a solo rider off the front isn't too big of a threat, especially at this point in the race. So our group here basically just rolls together steadily, somewhat maintaining the gap that Will has. As we go through the banner for the second lap, one of the riders, L. Meyer, takes off, and then we get into a situation where there are 2 solo riders off the front, which can potentially be dangerous if they link up. And then with 10 kilometers to go, I'm gonna make a move. Alright, like I said, 10 kilometers to go. I see that L. Meyer has a 10-second gap. Will has maybe 3 seconds on him. And I feel like they might link up. So I attack through the group and try to go off the front so that I can link up with those 2 and hopefully make a break of 3. But what you'll see is that the group is really motivated behind me, and rightly so. So in the middle of my chase, I noticed this, and I noticed that the gap is coming down to the 2 guys in front. So I decide to fall back into the group, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna catch the guys off the front. Alright, we have 2.5 kilometers to go. We are one group now, and L. Meyer decides to go off the front one more time. I know that the Clyde Kicker, which is going to be coming up with about 2 kilometers to go, is going to be the spark for the finish. So I'm going to make sure that I attack that section and that I'm not on the back foot. Alright, so you saw D Dam Guard. He attacked that section a little earlier than I did, and he has maybe a 3-second gap on us here. He goes straight through Elmeyer, so he's definitely going to try to hold this effort until the finish line. You see Luca comes around me here with 1.5 kilometers left. I guess you could say there's somewhat of a delicate balance of conserving energy, while still also making sure that anyone off the front doesn't get too large of a gap. While we're in the thick of this effort here, my second daughter comes downstairs after waking up to ask me a question, and...
No, go away, please. I'll be done soon.
Oh, my poor baby girl. I felt really bad cutting her off there. And immediately after the race, I went upstairs to apologize to her. And I'm so thankful that she's so forgiving to her dad. And that's a text message from my wife. Anyway, we're in a situation here where the front guys have a 4 and 6 second gap. I know that I'm gonna have to do a long sprint in order to catch them. And I know that if I wait too long, I'm gonna run out of road. But at the same time, I don't want to lead out anyone that's gonna be behind me in this group. So yeah, coming into this left turn here. Coming into this left turn bend, into the little kicker. I start to empty it, and this is gonna be a very long sprint. Definitely one of the better and longer sprints that I've ever done on the trainer. Yeah, I was able to pull down the win by a half-second margin over Luca. Great job to him for getting second place. But that does officially make it 3-1. Yeah, baby. But yeah, all in good fun, friendly competition. Here are the results and the power numbers. This officially puts me ZRS 702, which is good because I'm going to have to race against the stronger guys, and hopefully that'll motivate me to get stronger. But that also means that I'm basically not going to get any good results for the near future, which I am actually 100% fine with. So it's been a few days since this race, and actually in that time, I am now officially a Relentless team member. I really appreciate them bringing me on board. I really love the vibe of the group, and it's been really fun getting to know the guys. So yeah, I'm really excited about the whole thing, despite the fact that I've already gotten dropped twice in races with them. But yeah, it's great motivation for me. All right, that's it for this one. I hope everyone has a great day. See ya. Beep boop.